I learned this neat little trick in Missouri at a Quilters Creative Touch class, and I want to show you how to use triangles to make a block. So it's done in QuiltCAD. So if you select QuiltCAD, and now you just select any square in here, and select Pattern, and I'm going to select a triangle. Let's pick, just pick this first one here. And so with this square highlighted, I would select Place Pattern, and it puts the pattern in that triangle, in that square. Okay, so without sizing or moving or anything of that triangle, I'm going to come straight over to Tools, and then Triangle Blocks, and watch what happens when I select Diagonal. It copied the triangle, one on this side and one on that side. You can see the gray lines that it drew. And then I could change those to the other diagonal, or I could crisscross them. So now I have my 4 triangles making one block. And the neat thing about it is how they stitch out too. Let me show you that. So if you come down and you're ready to sew this, you select Place a Single Pattern. Pick where on your quilt you want to place this, and I've got it on center placement, so that's where I want my design to be. Then when you select Quilt, look at that, it starts and finishes at the tip of one. If you had just placed these triangles, one here, one here, one here, and one here, they would have all stopped and started at each place, and then you would have these long jump stitches. So this is a good way to, let's say you're doing a custom quilt and you want to put this in one block, but then you have some blocks that are just triangles where you'll use this. You can see the triangle pattern right through here, and it will all match. It'll all match up together. So let me see if I can do that just to give you an idea of what that might look like. I'm going to change the size of this quilt just so we can see it larger. Okay. So let's say we have placed the pattern there. We go to Tools, we do triangles and crisscross them. Now in this square, we only want the triangle, the one triangle. So I'm going to put it there. And let's say I want to rotate it this far, and I want to size it so that it goes to the very end of the block, and then I'm going to move it. Ta-da! You see how perfect that is? And then, you may have some other sort of design in here. But particularly, I was thinking about a quilt that I'm doing right now, and I should have left these at 3, because then I think I can show you. So I'm going to copy and paste that design in the middle, and then I'm going to delete this one. I had them both highlighted. See that? So I just want to delete this one. Now I want to, on this particular one, I'm going to rotate it again and move it. And I'm just using the arrows to move. Okay. And so then I'm going to place it again here. I'm going to size it to the max. Oops, I don't want to do that. Only to the max left and right. Then I'm going to rotate it again. Move. This is a little bit of a hassle, but I'm doing a quilt that is this shape, and so this is going to work just great, to fill in that shape without me having to do a lot of finagling. And now I'll put it right here, place, rotate, move. I forgot to size it. And there's perfect. So what I have on my machine right now is a design that it's like a star. And if you could see my quilt, you'd see that I have triangles here, triangles here, triangles here, and then in the middle I have an octagon. But this design is going to fit in just perfect. And if it didn't, let's say this triangle needed to be a little bit longer, I would come over to size and, oops, wrong one. And I would just stretch it vertically, or at this point it's horizontal, and then move it. So see how it made it a little bit further out than the others are. And you can do that, and then they all match together. All the designs fit together and look really nice.